Hello, my friend, and welcome to Wisdom Trek. I am Guthrie Chamberlain, your guide to wisdom and creating a living legacy. Thank you for joining us for our 5-day-per-week wisdom and legacy building podcast. Today is day 616 of our trek, and it is Wisdom Wednesday. Every Wednesday on Long Life Show, we will dig for the nuggets of wisdom that are found in the book of Proverbs. Today, we will explore Proverbs chapter 11 from the Voice translation, which will give us a fresh perspective on this book of timeless wisdom. We are broadcasting from our studios at the Big House in Marietta, Ohio. This past week has been a bit less hectic, and I have been able to get caught up on some of the workloads that have been lagging behind. We are so blessed to be able to have a flexible work schedule that permits us to focus on our children and grandchildren's needs during this season of their life. Our granddaughter Hazel is at Nationwide's Children's Hospital for 2 days again this week as she continues this phase of her treatments. Her markers for leukemia do fluctuate somewhat on a weekly basis, but according to the physician staff, her overall progress has been very positive. It is difficult for her parents and us as grandparents to see her go through the effects of the strong chemo regimen that she is currently on. Some of the chemo is so potent that no one is allowed to handle it with their bare hands, and yet it must be ingested daily by Hazel. We all realize that her situation requires this in order to eradicate the leukemia from her body, but that does not make it any easier to deal with emotionally. We are grateful to God and for everyone who has prayed or helped out in some other manner. If you'd like to keep up on the news about Hazel and read the blog post that her father Nat is writing about Hazel's progress, you can have access to it from basilforhazel.org. We would appreciate your continued prayer for Hazel and her tribe. As we transition to our trek for today, we will see that there is a direct link between wisdom and right living. Those who live according to God's precepts found in His Word are living correctly and are wise to do so. The opposite is also true. As we explore chapter 11 of Proverbs, our focus today will be wisdom and right living. This chapter repeatedly focuses on righteousness, a biblical meaning for right living. The wise person strives to do what is right by others in all areas of life, in personal relationships, neighbors, fellow citizens, co-workers, family members, and ministry. Notice how often right living is connected with deliverance. In contrast, the wicked will trip, be conquered, walk into trouble, perish, and die. This chapter makes the life of right living through right relationships look really appealing. After all, it could save your life. While each proverb usually stands alone, there are sometimes clusters that explore the same ideas. In chapter 11, there is a group about self-control in verses 12 through 13, and another about generosity in verses 24 through 26, exploring these topics from two contrasting ideas. Look carefully at what we are supposed to hold back, criticism and slander, compared to what we are to share, which is our possessions. We seem to love to share our critical opinions, but not our money. Right living creates real wisdom and knows when to shut its mouth and to open its hands. Also, take note how chapter 11 puts wealth in perspective in verses 4, 16, and 28. We're reminded that money pales in comparison to such things as life, honor, and well-being. Even if wealth does come into your life, don't put your trust in it. You don't need a lot of money to live a rich and satisfying life. Is there anyone that you need to show generosity to today? Is there someone you need to criticize less? Allow this chapter to mold you in the way of right living. So listen up now as I read Proverbs chapter 11. Dishonesty in business disgusts the eternal, but fair dealings delights him. When pride comes, shame is not far behind, but wisdom accompanies those who are humble. The right living are guided by integrity, but the crooked ways of the faithless will lead to ruin. Riches won't matter in the day of wrath, but right living will rescue from death. The good deeds of the blameless pave a peaceful, productive path, but wrongdoers trip over their own faults. The good deeds of the upright will rescue them, but the faithless will be conquered by their shallow desires. When wrongdoers die, their hope dies with them. Their great expectations vanish into nothing more than a dream. Those who do right are pulled from trouble. It falls on the wrongdoers instead, who are left to sink into their own problems. The words of the godless ruin those close to them, but through insight, the right living are spared. When prosperity comes to those who do right, the whole city celebrates. But when the wicked get their just punishment, there is joyous cheering. A city thrives through the blessing of those living right, but the words of the wrongdoer will bring it to ruin. Whoever puts down another is not wise, but the one who knows better keeps quiet. A gossip can't keep anything confidential, but a reliable person protects a secret. Without wise guidance, a nation falls, but victory is certain when there are plenty of wise counselors. Trouble compounds when you guarantee a stranger's debt, but you'll be safe if you refuse the pledge. A gracious woman acquires honor, but cruel people are only interested in acquiring money. Kindness is its own reward, but cruelty is a self-inflicted wound. The wicked earn a living by deception, but the one who plants righteousness gathers a true harvest. Indeed, those who do what is right will live a good life, but those who pursue evil will die. The Eternal detests a crooked heart and a warped mind, but he takes pleasure in those who follow the right path. Certainly, those who do wrong will not escape punishment, but those who do right will go free. Much like a gold ring in a snout of a pig, so is a beautiful woman who lacks good judgment. Those who live right crave what is good, but the prospect of wrongdoers is wrath. One shares liberally and gains even more, while another hoards more than is right and still has a need. A giving person will receive much in return, and someone who gives water will also receive the water he needs. Curses fall on those who hoard food, but blessings come to those who sell food. Those who seek good find goodwill in others, but those who look for evil are sure to find it. Those who trust in their wealth are headed for great disappointment, but those who do right will sprout like green leaves in the spring. A person who stirs up trouble in his family will inherit stormy winds. The foolish troublers will end up serving the wise. The tree of life grows where the fruit of right living falls, and whoever wins souls is wise. If the righteous can expect to be repaid on earth, how much more can the ungodly and the sinners? That concludes our exploration of Proverbs chapter 11 today. If we practice right living according to the precepts found in chapter 11, then we are certainly wise. If we are wise, then we will follow these precepts. Each week we will explore a full chapter in Proverbs, so I hope that you'll join us next week for chapter 12, so that you can gain wisdom, insight, and understanding for yourself. The entire book of Proverbs provides us with rich wisdom, insight, and understanding on a myriad of life issues. And regardless of where you are on your faith walk, if the precepts of Proverbs are followed, your life will be rich and satisfying. I encourage you to take them and plant these seeds of wisdom into your heart so that you'll reap a harvest of wisdom throughout your life. Tomorrow we will hike another short trail in our Wisdom Unplugged series where we will discover an inspirational wisdom quote. So encourage your friends and family to join us and then come along with us tomorrow for another day of Wisdom Trek, creating a legacy. That will finish our trek for today. If you'd like to listen to any of the past daily treks or read the Wisdom Journal, they are available at wisdom-trek.com. You can also subscribe on iTunes or Google Play so that each day's trek will be downloaded to you automatically. And thank you so much for allowing me to be your guide, your mentor, but most importantly, I am your friend as I serve you through the Wisdom Trek podcast and journal. And as we take this trek of life together, let us always live abundantly, love unconditionally, listen intentionally, learn continuously, lend to others generously, lead with integrity, and then leave a living legacy each day. I am Guthrie Chamberlain, reminding you to keep moving forward, enjoy your journey, and then create a great day every day. See you tomorrow.